Hello everyone, I'm Varsha with my pair Thanushree. Today we're going to be talking about overcoming obstacles. So why is it important to overcome obstacles? Can you go through life without encountering any limitations? Let's know more.
I'm sure we can't. Life is not an even journey. There are ups and downs, straight paths, and ones that are curved or even appear blocked in the direction we wish to go. But facing obstacles comes as a natural part of our existence, often leading us exactly to where we need to go. So, how many of you had faced obstacles before?
I'm sure many of us would have faced many obstacles in our life. History has demonstrated that the most notable winners usually encountered heartbreaking obstacles before they triumphed. They won because they refused to become discouraged by the defeats. Now we're going to hear a small story about a king and a peasant narrated by Thanushree.
In ancient times, a king had a boulder placed on a roadway where he hid himself and watched to see if anyone would remove the rude rock. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around it. Many blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none did anything to remove the stone out of the way. Then a peasant came along carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, he laid down his load and tried to move the stone to the side of the road. After much pushing and straining, he succeeded. After the peasant picked up his load of vegetables, he noticed a reward lying in the road where the boulder had been. It contained a gold coins and a note from the king, indicating the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. The peasant learned what many of us struggle to grasp. Concealed within every obstacle is an opportunity, yet many are unwilling to explore it. What have you learned from the story?
While the story depicts a sentimental view of overcoming obstacles, it underscores the importance of pushing past your impediments. We've all heard the adage, the greater the effort, the sweeter the reward. In theory, this makes sense. Work hard at something and get rewarded. But how about when you are in a moment of struggle? Let's face it, climbing the mountain is worse. And even though you know there's a great view at the top, there's the little voice in your head begging you to grab a sandwich and take a nap at the halfway mark and then walk down.
The secret to overcoming obstacles lies within your reaction to these bumps in the road. Some of the greatest, most successful individuals in the world have tried and failed at some point in their lifetime due to various hurdles appearing along their road to success. So let's not take a chance. Here are a few tips for overcoming obstacles.
Stay focused and committed. Often, an obstacle is not intended to weaken your actions. It is an invitation to get clear on the process to advance to the next stage. It is advising you to attend to a particular aspect now instead of the future when you have invested valuable time and energy by staying focused and committed to your goal, and you can overcome your obstacle and move forward in life. So always stay focused and committed.
Positive. How many of you have heard the idiom, a smile a day keeps the blues away? I'm sure many of you would have. Stay positive and keep faith through our difficulties. Just learn to enjoy the process. Challenging situations and obstacles are a part of your life. When you're faced with one, focus on the good things, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant they seem. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. If you look for it, you can always find the proverbial silver lining in the every cloud, even if it's not immediately obvious. For example, if someone cancels plans, focus on how it frees up time for you to catch up on a TV show or other activity you might just enjoy.
Embrace self awareness. People can sometimes blame the problems around the world around them. By embracing self awareness, you can believe it's a hindrance and can overcome your obstacle.
Realistic. What if someone asked you to bake a cake? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you picture the cake itself, a delicious tub of chocolate in all its glory? Perhaps you imagine a billowy vanilla birthday cake with the perfect design of sprinkles and buttercream frosting. When setting out to do something like baking a cake, we tend to think in terms of the outcome. Rather than simply enjoying baking the cake, we become so attached to the expectation of what we would produce that we miss out on the process entirely. Can you think of areas in your life in which the same way of thinking applies? Perhaps you have a goal to get better marks in studies. Instead of reveling in those moments of learning, many become obsessed with the way they want to look. Oftentimes, this can make people frustrated and hard on themselves. Life is meant to be enjoyed, but when we become too attached to the outcome, it removes us from enjoying the present moment. In doing so, you will always miss out on the amazing things happening in your life. So, always be realistic. Most of the obstacles would melt away if, instead of covering before them, we should make up our mind to walk boldly through them.
We set goals and have dreams we want to fulfill. We are all excited about life and what we want our life to be. We start the work to make our dreams a reality. Then we run into roadblocks or obstacles.
Life lessons may be blocking us from reaching our wildest dreams and aspirations. By accepting obstacles as a learning curve, you can release what no longer serves you so that you can create space for what does. So seize these life hurdles or the so called obstacles and transform them into a step closer to living with your highest self.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present such a significant topic.
And remember, obstacles are always a stepping stone. Here's us signing off. Thank you.